Hey man, thanks for joining me on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
You enjoying the summer so far?
Yeah, I just went on vacation or just got leave from work last week. So
congratulations.
This is Monday, so this is my first summer day.
Wow, and you're spending it inside a dark podcast
spending
studio.
it with you. Yeah, I'm traveling to Bergen tomorrow. So this is my first free day.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nice.
Nice, man.
Now when we're done, I'm just gonna put on my headphones and just have a stroll down the city.
Yeah, that's
maybe
good.
Maybe a beer outside.
You deserve it.
Yeah, it's nice weather.
What are you gonna listen to on the headphones?
Pretty much now probably I'm into this J. Cole artist.
Hip-hop?
Yeah, it's mostly hip hop, but I get these title playlists like your recommendations. I just grab new music.
Yeah.
So usually I don't know what I'm listening to when I'm wearing my headphones. So I go out with my headphones, I find new music, and then I go back to when I'm home.
Yeah.
With the home stereo, then I edit the playlists and make my favorite songs, and there I kind of know more what I'm listening to. Yeah.
Damn. So the summer 23 playlist.
Yeah.
That's on the way.
It's on the during creation now. So
nice.
It's good. Yeah.
Dude, I just like. What do you think of the Moxnes stuff?
There's sunglasses case.
Yeah.
It's just very, very embarrassing. I don't know. And how could you like? One thing is to do it, which is embarrassing in itself, and then when it comes this revelation after revelation of he's changing his story, or he put it in a pocket, or he didn't turn him back, and like how could you not just know the minute you're caught, just admit everything and just I fucked up and just
It makes me lose faith in politicians.
I think I've lost that some time ago. I just think they're all thinking from themselves or trying to be like the most popular or the most successful politician.
But it's a weird thing to do, to steal sunglasses from an airport.
It doesn't quite make sense. Like I don't think he needs it. So,
but also like I understand like if you were thinking like, okay, I'm gonna get on a plane, I'm gonna get away. Like I'm not gonna be in this kind of. You work in security. You have a good insight into stuff like that.
But not that much physical. But just to take that on Moxnes, like maybe he like it's part of the risk. Like you want the risk.
It gets him
so
hard.
he don't need the glasses, but it's a bit fun.
Yeah.
He's flying away.
Yeah.
Could be.
That's it.
I don't know.
But I think it's a weird place to steal, man, because like it's an airport. Like you got security up the fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like they're looking out for terrorists and stuff like that.
Yeah. And you're not gonna have an easy escape.
No way, dude.
Either if you're going to the gate or going out of the airport. There's a lot of cameras and
it can only escalate in a worse direction.
Yeah, it would always escalate in an airport. That's a good point. That's a fun joke premise. Just
isn't it?
Stealing at an airport. That's like the worst idea.
It's the fucking dumbest place to steal, man.
Yeah.
But I have this like I don't know whether this is true, but I heard that he's one of these politicians that gives away part of his salary.
Yeah, that might be. That seems credible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and I don't know whether that's true, but what I've heard is that he gives away part of his salary. It might even be 50%.
Yeah, wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
But that makes me think, like, do you remember all of those preachers and people that were like really anti-gay, but they ended up being like chronic like glory hole users? So there'd be like these guys that were going homosexuality is wrong, being gay is bad, and then they were just fucking loads of dudes. So you have this type of personality that like projects the exact opposite of what they really are,
like very hypocritic.
Like it's a mask. So like if you're like really a criminal and a thief, or somebody who's like gonna take, you say, look, I'm giving things away, look how generous I am. To just create that image, so so you're at lower risk of being suspected of any crimes, right?
It could be
even like people that like sexually abuse children. They get into positions where they're like foster care parents or looking like, oh, we're here to look after kids, or they become like high school coaches and stuff like that. Just to kind of like,
it's kind of that thing, like just the saying, if it's too good to be true. It kind of goes sometimes for people. If someone is like it's just too good. First time I thought of that was like, I think it was with Michael Jackson. Like, 'cause he was such an icon, and the music was so perfect, and all the interviews is only talking about heal the world and like poverty, and he was like a good person, and then everything on reels and like, what, this guy is crazy.
Dude, what do you think about judging an artist and their music once they've done something fucked up? Like, does the art stand alone as the art, or do you have to consider the artist when evaluating the art as well?
I think I'm not gonna. I would never like boycott songs or the like creations of Michael Jackson, for example. I think we can differentiate between the actions and the person.
Yeah.
And I think everyone is a bit bad and a bit good, and everyone does a bit bad and a bit good. So yeah, I wouldn't I wouldn't boycott, and I would listen to whatever if I like the music. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it becomes like this weird thing though, like because it like on one hand, like if you knew that like Michael Jackson or say like I don't know, let's say Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
I don't think I wouldn't want to watch Bill Cosby anymore,
No,
you know. But that's because he is the art in a way. But like if there was a painting that you saw that was painted 500 years ago and you didn't know anything about the artist, you would just have to evaluate the art by the art.
Yeah.
But if you knew that the artist did all this terrible shit, I don't know. Maybe it's just it's a weird thing because at a certain point it gets in the way.
It is a weird thing because if the thing grows and you become very aware of it, then it
affects your perception.
Yeah, I'm not because like I have this record player and I have a lot of LPs, and one of the last LPs I bought, which is quite some time ago now, was some Kanye West LP.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't really paying attention to him, and I'm not like reading all. What do you call it? Celebrity magazines or news. But then, the news in Norway got pretty... there was several cases where it was like very homophobic and anti-Semitic and everything. And then I just I haven't really listened to that LP anymore.
No.
I don't know why. It's just like he seems weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it might be a bit of the same
You do lose the taste for it sometimes.
You kind of lose the taste for it.
Oh, is that what you did?
Yeah.
You're one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know whether it works the same for gangster rappers though. Like if you find out like a gangster rapper got a weapons possessions charge, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but then I don't think maybe a weapons charge is that bad. Like some of the stuff these guys do.
Yeah.
But there, there's someone I just don't like Kamel, for instance.
Yeah.
He's been. I'm not sure if he's been convicted or just charged with. Like blind assault. What do you call that?
Yeah, he went to jail, right?
I think he went to jail for it.
Yeah,
and it's like, then I just don't like that so much. That's worse than drugs or like having a possession of a gun.
Yeah,
like you're just beating up someone who doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
That's I don't kind of like that too much. But then if it's on the radio, I wouldn't mind. I don't mind hearing him, but I don't actively like seek out Kamel music or Kanye West no more.
Yeah.
Or even Michael Jackson. But
it's weird that
if it's on, then I'm listening. Yeah.
It's weird that women find that stuff really attractive.
I guess. I don't know. Is it the bad guy thing or is it just being like celebrity or famous?
I think it's the bad guy thing
too.
Bad guy thing? I think obviously like women are really attracted to guys that have a lot of status and celebrities and performers and things like that.
Yeah, because but I think it might be like connected to like obviously if you're a criminal or a bad guy, then you would also have a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
she thinks you're gonna like rob
it's a complicated thing of how the person or character is.
Yeah, he'll be nice to me though.
Huh?
He'll be nice to me.
Yeah.
He's gonna like beat the shit out of all of these other guys.
I'm gonna fix him. Probably. I'm gonna fix him. Yeah.
Dude, I saw this girl that I follow on Instagram. She posted a picture from a book or the front page of a book, and it was called "Why Men Love Bitches."
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't think men love bitches. I'm a man. No. I don't love bitches.
No.
I like girls that are nice to me.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, I've had a lot of encounters with chicks that are pretty mean though, man.
Yeah.
A lot of mean girls.
Yeah.
I met this one girl once. I was like, hey, do you know where this store is? she was like, yeah, it's over there. Why? I was like, oh, I got to get something for my girlfriend. And she says, well, then maybe you should use some chewing gum because your breath really stinks.
Wow.
I know. And I was like,
that's just rude.
Really rude.
Yeah.
Really rude. And then like I kind of like ended up finding out who she was.
Yeah.
And then she was a friend of somebody that I knew.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, no, that chick's a real cunt.
Yeah.
Like she was in a relationship with this guy and she was just mean to him all the time and used to flirt with his friend in front of him and say things about him looking older and his friend looking really young.
Wow.
Just one of these manipulative types of people. And I feel like that's the quality of a bitch. And a bitch kind of makes you try to feel bad. And I don't know why you'd want to feel bad.
No, I don't. Luckily, I don't think I've not many interactions with like bad girls or bitches or
crazy,
bro. Like evil persons. No, I don't think so. But yeah, they're definitely out there.
Fucking out there, man. They're out there. Yeah. Somebody hurt them and they just want to like take revenge on the world.
Usually, I think when people are like mean or evil, I think it's just I kind of give them the benefit of the doubt. I think they have some kind of reason that started when they were young. Yeah, and then I just kind of tried to just not get involved with those. Just avoid them. Steer clear. Yeah, that's because you don't want to feel bad, and you don't want to. It's just drama and hassle.
No, it sounds like you're pretty good at like keeping your circle filled with people that you enjoy being around.
Yeah, but it's a close circle.
Yeah, right.
It's not a lot of people.
No, you don't need a lot.
Yeah, no, I don't need a lot.
No. So I feel like I mean, I got a pretty small, tight circle as well. And you're a family man, right? You got like
I don't have any I don't have any own children or no. But I consider myself a family man. Yeah.
You got a girlfriend or
I got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
But we don't have any kids. No. But I have like 3 siblings. And they've started to get children. So it's kind of a family thing there.
Yeah. Dude, man, I went to the clinic today to deliver semen.
Wow.
Yeah. I had to jerk off into a cup today, bro.
Why? To get children of your own, or to give other people children?
No, to get a kid with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I think she left a little bit late. You know, like I didn't meet her until she was 35, and I don't know, whatever. So I've been shooting loads, like in like cream pieing her and stuff, and she just just hasn't gone.
No.
And then she's like, we went to the IVF clinic at the Rikshospitalet, and then we're going through this process now. And today was the day that I had to jerk off into a cup.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend was like, okay, you got to jerk off into a cup. Do you want to do it here at home, or do you want to do it there? Fuck, bitch, I can do it anywhere. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, just give me that fucking cup, a Wi-Fi connection, and we're good.
Was it easy to do it there?
I did it at home. She goes,
You did it at home.
Yeah. I wanted to do it at the hospital. I was like, let's do it at the hospital. That's a flex. You know, I'd be in like the public restroom next to some dude taking a shit, just fucking giving birth. Come on, kids.
Yeah.
But I ended up just doing it at home.
Yeah. But it seems more comfortable.
I think so.
Yeah, definitely.
But I felt like I got a free pass, you know, because I don't think my girl likes it if I'm jerking off. Like she's found like a couple of like tissue papers and shit lying around before, and she's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna clean that up." You know, I feel I feel it's scum.
But it's one thing is that if she don't like that you're jerking off at home, that's one issue. The other issue if you're not cleaning it up.
Yeah,
because that issue I can totally see. Dude. Like she shouldn't clean up after you. You should clean up after yourself. And then you can just have the debate about is it okay to jerk off?
Yeah, like, but in my defense, it was like very late at night, and my girlfriend works nights. And sometimes, you know, when you're just lying in bed and you can't sleep, and you're like, I'm just gonna jerk one off. Yeah, and you're like, if I'm not, I'm gonna sleep better. And I just fucking just jerked it off, and then I'll take it to the bathroom later, and then you just fall asleep, and then your girlfriend comes home at 7:30 after working the night shift, and
that's
it's embarrassing.
That's a very good defense you've got there. It's a very good defense.
Yeah, that's airtight defense.
You was gonna clean it up later. That's the kind of defense for any mess ever. Like, I was going to do it. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the move, man.
Yeah, there's no other excuse for mess.
No.
Whatever kind of mess, I was going to do it.
I was going to do it.
It's just the issue of time.
It's time. It's fucking, it's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm not a messy person. I just delay the cleanup.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
which is how you get mess.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. But I mean, I don't really jerk off that much anymore. You're in a relationship.
Yeah.
You probably don't jerk off as much as you.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say how much, but you know, it's a distance relationship.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
you're jerking off a lot then, bro.
It's not never.
Where does she live?
She lives in Namsos.
Up north?
Yeah.
Oh,
Near Trondheim.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to fly up there or whatever. How often do you get to see her?
Maybe once a month, maybe a bit less.
Damn.
Not very often.
So you see her 12 times a year?
Yeah. Okay. But it's just for a year then.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So this is the year where you get to jerk off as much as you want.
Yeah.
This is your jerk off year.
I'm not cleaning up until the day before she comes home.
Just build up a pile.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so she's just up there for a year working or something, or studying?
Yeah, it's what do you call it? She's in practice.
Yep.
After the education, you got to do 1 year. Yeah, physiotherapy.
Yeah,
Is it the same in English? Yeah,
physiotherapy.
Yeah.
I'm getting physiotherapy now.
Yeah.
Does
it work?
I think so.
Yeah,
but it's a long process, depending on the.
Yeah, you have to do quite a bit of effort yourself.
Oh yeah,
like you just get guidance and. And then you have to put in some work.
I got to do these exercises 6 times a day.
Yeah.
And they take, I don't know, fucking 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a lot, dude.
That's a lot.
That's like 3 hours fucking exercises a day.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't have shit to do. Like I can fucking, I'm on crutches,
you damaged your foot?
My knee.
Your knee.
Yeah. So you know what a bucket handle tear is? Yeah. In the meniscus?
No.
So like inside your knee, there's like this meniscus that cushions the top part of your bone and the bottom part of the bone. So it's not just bone on bone.
Yeah.
So like the meniscus is this round section and then it flips over due to an injury. And then when it flips, it locks and it causes a lot of pain.
I'm not good at this.
No.
I get nausea.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I could tell. You're like, it's
horrible.
It's just a water bottle, bro.
Like with bones and seams. I hate that kind of stuff.
I hate it too.
Yeah.
But
it's horrible.
It's like there's not much you can do about it when it happens except get the help that you need.
Yeah.
And then do the physiotherapy to recover.
Yeah. And how long are you? For how long? When are you done? Or like
6 months.
6 months from now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
it's a long time.
Yeah. It was a very it's a long time, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I can probably like walk without crutches in like another month or something.
Yeah.
But to return to the way that it was.
Yeah.
It's
and like
at least 6
run
months.
And bike and stuff. Yeah.
At least, maybe biking a little bit sooner.
Yeah. And swim. Swim is probably good for
swimming's good to
recovery.
Yeah, after a certain point. So I think the first 6 weeks, 2 months, it's just really baby steps. Let it grow. Just like the exercises I'm doing are so like just lift your leg up, put it down. Yeah. Real basic shit.
That sounds really boring.
Boring.
I really don't want to get injured in any way.
No, man. You don't want that.
Almost like a small injury.
Yeah.
I would prefer death. Like I don't want to do that work. Yeah.
I
broke my finger. Fuck it.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna.
Sayonara.
Yeah.
Write the note.
It seems horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've never had any injuries.
That's good.
Never broken anything.
No.
No.
How about like any kind of ear problems?
No. I have some allergy, and I have nut allergy.
Oh, you got one of them?
Yeah.
What do you think? What's going on with the nut allergy, bro?
It's a divided community, I would say.
Yeah, right.
Like there are obviously a lot of levels. Like the ones that always get mentioned, the one that if you open a bag of nuts on the airplane.
Yeah, you mean the pussies?
Die. Yeah, that's too much. Like I can eat a nut, or even a handful. Yeah. But I have to spit it out. But I notice it. I notice that I get swallowed up in the mouth. But I can't, like, if I swallow it, then it's an issue.
I understand.
Because the throat clogs up.
So the throat, like, just swells up and you can't get air in.
Yeah.
So you, like...
Yeah.
Do you have asthma or anything?
Have.
Asthma?
No.
No, okay. No. So it's just, like, some shit in the nuts that make you fucking spaz out.
Yeah.
Shit.
But it's no stress to have it. Actually, I don't like nuts that much, so
no,
it's not a loss. It's just sometimes it's a hassle, like because when it's a dinner or like some kind of fancy stuff, then I have to ask what's in it.
Yeah.
Usually I can tell.
Yeah.
But like if I'm on a trip, like been to Tokyo once, or like places like that, then it might be nuts in anything. And then I have to have this pen.
Oh, you got the EpiPen?
Yeah.
Well, have you had to use it?
Never.
No. Okay,
I've been to the legevakten.
Yeah.
What's that in English?
The emergency
room.
The ER.
The ER.
I don't know.
The ER maybe 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
But it's like I ate some nuts, I notice it, then I can just drive to the ER, say what's happened. They give me a needle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal with the nuts thing is, man. I've heard like a lot of different theories about the nuts thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much validity there is to any of them, but I've heard that like I've heard that like people that like didn't get exposed to nuts that much when they were younger can develop allergies towards things, and exposure to things helps like people that didn't grow up with dogs are more likely to have dog allergy. But I grew up with dogs and I'm allergic to dogs. Yeah. So I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I think they do say like if you have a child between 0 and 1 years, or like maybe not that, because then they're only drinking milk anyway. But like when they start to eat, you shouldn't give them like shell food, fish, shrimps, and nuts and eggs. At least not much of it. Yeah. I think. So
yeah, okay.
I don't know.
So people are avoiding giving them things that they might be allergic to, which could be producing the allergy.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think it's an advice to not give them typical allergy stuff.
Yeah.
No, but I think exposure is good. My doctor actually told me, because I was in the Navy where you can't have nut allergy. Yeah, you're not allowed to sail if you have it. So I didn't tell them I had it, and I sailed for years. Yeah. And then I'd been in the Navy for like 6-7 years. So finally I just thought, I can say it now. They've given me education. I've been working here for years. They're not going to throw me out because of the nut allergy thing. So I told this doctor, and he was like, well, we have to take you to like a further examination at the real hospital. And the doctor at the real hospital, not the military medical facilities, but at Haukeland, he was like, he did this test and he concluded which type of allergies I had, and then he gave me advice was to he said just try to eat nuts when you can and when you're in safe places. Like don't eat nuts when you're abroad or at sea. But if you're in the vicinity of a hospital or in your home city, then you can try to eat more and more nuts, and you may expand your tolerance. Yeah, that's it. So I think that would work.
Well, what did they kick you out of the Navy?
It was a big argument, actually. Yeah, I was almost kicked out, but then I argued like my just the whole story and how I thought about it. Like, you've given me education. I've cost you a lot of money, and now I've been working here for several years. Yeah, and I've made it to this age. I've had nut allergy all the time. Yeah. So I can obviously live with my nut allergy. It's not going to be your responsibility. I'm not going to die when we're sailing. Yeah. And then it was like, okay.
Yeah, that's good. It's good that they can see reason, and it's not just like, sorry, company policy.
Yeah.
You got to go.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Did you ever do any like missions in Somalia?
No. I've never done any like international operations. Yeah. I did one support missions in Algeria. Yeah, okay. Algeria. How do you say that?
Algeria.
Over there. Yeah, I was there. That was just a couple of weeks, and it was just the logistical prepping. Yeah, but so no real action. No.
My granddad lost his arm in the Navy.
Wow. Yeah. In combat or in accident or?
No. It was an accident, but it was during World War II. He was a merchant marine or merchant navy. Yeah. So they were like transporting fucking, I don't know what was stuff between theaters, I guess. Yeah. To the troops. And somebody was like trying to put an anchor down. Yeah. And then like he went in there to fix something, and then the dude fucking pulled the switch, and then his arm got caught in the anchor, and it ripped the arm off just beneath the elbow.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah.
And it is one of the most dangerous things you can do on a ship. Like anything with the ropes and the anchor and everything on deck there, if it's a bit windy and a bit wavy.
Yeah.
And you're out doing stuff, and it's cold. And
yeah. Dude, I just saw this thing that they're doing to reduce carbon emissions. They're getting a big kite.
Yeah.
And they're going to attach a big kite to the front of a ship.
Wow.
So that it like catches wind.
Yeah.
And then
just like a sailboat then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just exactly what I thought. Just like a fucking sailboat, except with a kite.
Yeah.
So
which is much the same, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I just always thought that if you're gonna,
this is a revolution.
Look, what a genius!
The first boat ever. That's what you're doing.
Yeah. It's just gone full circle.
Yeah.
But isn't the move like with boats and things like that just to go nuclear? Like if you want it, like they do with the big carrier, like the big carrier that was here in Oslo not so long ago.
Yeah, I think that's the way to do it.
Right.
You know, they can drive for ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you did you go and check out the boat? Were you interested in seeing it?
No, the American one that was here?
Yeah.
No. I wasn't really interested. No, it's a bit weird. I have that thing with anything I do. Like when I was in the Navy, I didn't have any special interest for guns or ships or boats. I do comedy, but I'm not very interested in everyone else. I don't look a lot on Netflix. Like when I play basketball, I didn't pay attention to all the great stars of basketball. I just do what I do, and yeah.
I think that's kind of healthy though, too. Especially with comedy.
But it's good to have interests, of course. You know, if you're into naval vessels, then obviously you should check it out. It's cool to see.
Yeah.
I've been on some, when I was in the Navy, I've been on some larger vessels that like larger than we have in Norway. And it's fascinating, but I don't go there if I don't have to, kind of.
You know. Yeah. I always find it like, you know, these people that are like really interested in taking photos of trains. Yeah. Or like plane spotting.
There's this one
stuff.
guy on Instagram who has this, I don't know what it's called, but he pops up in my feed sometimes. He just stand along the trails and just film. And he has this, you should see it has a camera, which is like, what do you call it when you have this filter on that it seems like the whole globe.
Like a circular fish eye kind of filter, which is directed at him, not at the train. Yeah. So he has a cap and he films himself, and he has these very big eyes, and they're in the center of the filter. So it gets this really funny effect. Yeah. And then you could just see the train pass along. And he gets so excited.
And he's crazy. He's just screaming and just, howling out.
I know who you mean.
It's really funny to see.
Yeah, he gets so excited about it.
Yeah, like, why? But it's cool. Good for him.
That's his thing.
Yeah, I would love to be that interested in something. It would be very cool.
It is interesting, like, but it doesn't really matter what people are interested in. You just really get, I don't know, attracted to their passion about something. Yeah. You're like, oh, wow, you're into trains or like your Pokemon collection.
It's always cool when people that have this really dedication towards something.
Yeah, because the exact opposite isn't attractive at all.
Yeah, no.
Like, oh, you don't like anything. Yeah. You don't think anything's cool. Yeah. It's like, fuck off, idiot.
I had this conversation when I was studying at the university. We were just boys and one girl, like 12 boys and one girl. And I talked to her and she said, I asked what kind of music she likes, and she was like, I don't really like music. And then I was like, wow, then I don't think we can talk. I don't know anything. Like I didn't know people like you existed. It's just really weird. Yeah. Like no music?
What a stupid answer. You don't like any music.
And you're kind of choking the conversation.
Yeah, she just probably fucking didn't want to talk to you, bro.
No, probably not. Probably not.
I had this friend, and he had a friend, and the friend was very good looking. Yeah, like not my friend,
but your friend's friend.
Exactly, he was so handsome. Yeah, like women loved him. Yeah, but he wasn't interested in anything, and he was like talking to a fucking loaf of bread. Yeah, like it was so boring. Yeah, and then like you would just like we go out a couple of times, and like women would just come up to him, and then like. They would sit there and talk to him, and then some of them really liked him, and then some of them like they would end up like kind of just sitting next to me or whatever. And I'm like, pretty boring, hey? They're like, so boring, so boring. I go, but he's attractive. Like, but
it's
not
horrible.
enough. Yeah,
people are boring.
I can't stand it, man. I can't fucking stand it. Sometimes you get stuck next to somebody at a dinner and you're like, oh, this guy for the next fucking 2 hours. You just want to shoot yourself.
But do you get embarrassment over that awkward silence? How do you feel about that?
Dude, I just feel like I'm doing all the heavy lifting, and then when they do talk, I just wish they wouldn't talk. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, it's like I just want to not be there. Yeah. I just think of different ways to kill myself.
Yeah, because I think it's a funny thing, and people say like they hate the awkward silence, and then they kind of have this feeling of embarrassment or that they should do something. Yeah. But I never understood, why do you feel that you are the one that has to do something? Mm-hmm. If I end up in a situation where it is a kind of awkward silence, I just feel like you don't talk, I don't talk. Okay, we don't talk. Yeah, it's not awkward. I'm fine. Let's not talk. Yeah, because it's obviously not interesting enough for either of us. Yeah. So yeah.
But then I see it like that. I see it like that for sure. But I also think that like sometimes the person doesn't ask me any questions. Yeah. And I go, oh, we're just talking about you. Yeah. And then when I stop asking you a question, you're not taking this anywhere. No. So then I wonder, like, are they just not interested in me?
But do you think when that happens, do you think that they are self-interested and just like that type of person, or do you think they're not good at conversation? Because it could be arrogance or like stupidity or lack of skills. Yeah, could be both.
Yeah, it could be. I'm not sure. No. Sometimes it's different for each person. Because sometimes I'll go and somebody will sit there and then they're having a fucking great conversation. Yeah. And I go, what? What? But I really think that you just have different chemistry with people. Yeah. Yeah. And the more experience you have with somebody, sometimes it kind of things open up. Like when I came to Norway, it wasn't easy to get to know people.
No, that's probably very difficult in Norway.
Really difficult.
But it loosens up a bit during the weekend and when they drink. Yeah. So that's probably how you penetrated the social fence.
That's it. That's how you do it. Yeah. Just hanging out with people over time and drinking and going to Vorspiels and getting into trouble and all kinds of stuff.
There's a large step from hanging out with someone when you're drinking to hanging out with the same persons when they're not drinking. Yeah. Yeah. Like there are a lot of persons I don't hang out with if they're not drinking. Yeah. Or I'm not drinking.
You never see them sober.
No.
And that's what else do you do, bro? Yeah. But it was like, I mean, everybody knows, like people in Norway, they're not like super open. No. You got to kind of like really earn the friendship. Yeah.
But when you get in, I think it's probably much the same, isn't it? Or
I think so. Yeah. I think when you get in, it's like, all right, we've gone through this screening process and now, okay, we can be friends.
Yeah. I read somewhere, this is a long time ago, I don't know if it's true, but it said that 80% of your social group or everyone you know is due to alcohol.
That makes sense.
So if you take out alcohol of the society, the average Norwegian would have 20% of his friends left. Yeah. Or that's much.
Yeah. But I get it.
Yeah. I think it makes senสึ
like when we're doing comedy, you like hang out with people before, after. You don't need to be there. No. You're like, fuck it. Do you want to grab another beer? Yeah, let's fucking do it. Yeah. So it kind of makes sense. Yeah. I think it would be difficult to, I'm not drinking this year. I'm taking a year off drinking.
Yeah. Off drinking.
Yeah. So I'm not drinking for a whole year. Like I was starting to get like a bit of a fatty liver. Yeah. I just felt like I was getting too addicted to the feeling of needing to have alcohol to perform on stage, and it was becoming a problem for me. Yeah. So I said, okay, I'll take a year off and I'll try to lose a little bit of weight and be a little bit healthier and stuff like that. And I definitely feel like I'm missing out, man. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
You kind of do.
Really.
But it's a trick, I guess. You would have to learn to be social and not drink. Then you could fight it a bit, but
you can fight it, but then sometimes you don't feel like it. Yeah, you're like. But here's a really good example. We did a show in Stavanger. Yeah, and then after the show, we're hanging out backstage and all that sort of stuff. And then everybody went to like this pub. Yeah, and I was like, you know what? I got to kind of get up pretty early. Yeah. I'm not drinking. Yeah. I hung out with these guys all night. I'm just going to go home.
Yeah.
But you guys probably had a fucking great night.
Yeah, it's a high cost to join. Like after the show, okay, you're there. That's fine. Then you're moving. It's a high price to pay to go to a pub when there's no reward.
Exactly.
Just to be, because it's loud and the conversation, especially if they drink a bit, then it's not that interesting either when you're sober.
Yeah.
I have this. I have this. Like I'm addicted to. Like it's a habit to just drink.
Yeah.
So when this week I was MC at Lotta.
Yeah,
and
nice.
So I'm doing 2 shows. And, you go upstage like 8 times, and then I don't like to drink before like the maybe last 2 times.
Yeah.
But I'm drinking like 2 liters of water.
Yeah.
In that first period, because it's just a habit that.
Yeah.
I'm out with people. I'm socializing. I'm doing a gig. The hand just goes up all the time. So I just have to have a lot of water.
So you're hydrated as fuck.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm always almost peeing at the audience. Like,
you get so many toilet breaks.
I can't control myself.
So you don't drink at all during the first show?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay.
And I do it like...
towards the end.
From the intermission on the last show, maybe.
Yeah, nice.
But then if I do just a set and I have 1 gig, then I drink if it's a club.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
man, I was getting pretty I'm a relatively new comedian.
Yeah.
I started at the end of 2018 or something, and then we had the Corona years of 2 years of fucking nothing.
Yeah.
And I was starting to like fall into this trap where I felt like I needed to be on the same level as them, as the audience.
Yeah.
And the audience, it's they're partying and they're fucking, and I felt like, oh no, I'm one of them just on stage.
Yeah.
So I gotta let's have some beers beforehand, and I'll be up on my air skull and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was doing like 2-3 shows on Tuesday, show on Wednesday. I was like, I don't think I can.
It's dangerous.
I really was. And then I started snoozing a lot because all the comedians that I'm hanging out with are snoozing.
Yeah.
And I go, let me try that. And it was really good.
Yeah.
And then I was fucking blasting through like a pack of snooze a day and then drinking 2 or 3 beers every night when I'm out.
Yeah.
So, and then I felt like, oh, I'm addicted to this. And then when I was going on, I was like, oh, I don't have any snooze. I got to do a fucking spot. I got to buy snooze, and I got to buy a beer, and then I can go on stage. And I go, oh, that's a trap.
Yeah.
I can't keep that up.
It's a trap, and it's very unnecessary too. Yeah. But it's very easy to get into when you're starting. I was pretty much the same thing. Like when I started in 2011, 2012 at Riks in Bergen, it was like we could just always go down there. There's always going to be comedians, even ones that they weren't on stage. We just hang out. So like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we just went down there and drink.
Yeah.
And then you kind of have to drink when you're on stage. So I had to like, this is maybe 5-6 years ago. I had to like really take action and think, okay, I'm gonna actively not drink when I'm on stage. And now it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I like it. Now I like not drinking.
Yeah.
Because I have a baseline now.
Usually
that's the same.
It is better.
I think so.
Yeah.
At least,
and especially if you're emceeing and talking to the audience, then I find drinking is just not helpful at all.
Yeah.
Because you don't pick up everything they say and their eyes and expressions. Yeah.
Dude, I was emceeing this night at this, Indian restaurant that we had a year or 2 ago called The Corner.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like free show, anything goes kind of thing, like one of those places. We had good crowds, and I killed it as the MC. Like everything just went the right way. The first half, every comedian was great, was perfect.
Yeah.
And then I went outside with the dudes, and the guys from the first half were like blazing it up. And I go, they go, do you want to smoke some weed? I go, yeah, I'll smoke some weed.
Yeah.
And then I got so fucking high. And then when I went back on stage to MC the second half, I could not connect with the room at all.
No.
I was just like rambling.
Wow.
And I would ask somebody a question and have zero follow-up and just like ask the same person the same, like just really stupid shit.
For that to work, I think the whole audience would have to be high as well.
Yeah.
Then maybe.
Yeah.
But it would be
it's a mismatch.
Yeah.
But I've got another theory about that as well. I feel like if you're going to like start doing comedy high, if you wanted to do, that was like some goal of yours for whatever reason, you'd probably almost need to just practice it a lot. Like if you like start doing an MC straight, okay, you need practice. But when you're changing your mindset completely to a completely different vibe.
Yeah.
You got to like figure out how that vibe works from scratch.
Yeah. But it's a weird ambition to have. Just, I have this dream. I want to start doing comedy. And not only that, I'm going to start doing comedy completely high.
So barbecued, bro. Barbecued. Yeah, I don't know. It's
But yeah, I think it's obviously, it's like much else. It's practice.
It's practice, dude. Yeah.
So that advice would go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So if that's your ambition,
you should practice. Yeah.
How was it? How was the shows at Latte last week?
It was very good. Very good. We were outside though.
Yeah.
I don't prefer that stage. And now they have this festival music thing at the next door neighbor. And they're also outside. So they're playing really loud music.
Gotcha.
And it's confusing. Yeah. Especially when you're talking.
Yeah.
One thing is to do a set. It works. But I find it a bit disturbing. But when you're emceeing and talking to them, and I don't hear that well, also. So I just, what did you say? What was your name?
So the music's a big distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was good nights. Yeah. Everything worked. Yeah. And everyone did very well.
Was the festival at the place next door just because it was Pride or the weekend or something?
No, they have started to have it now the last couple of summers. I don't know what it is, but it's a stage they kind of build for the summer. Usually, yeah. There might have been some Pride arrangements this time, but I think it's just a summer thing. Yeah.
Did you do anything for Pride? Were you
no?
Did you check out the march or anything?
I was after on Thursday. We went to the Pride Park.
Yeah.
Just in and watched some DJs and drank a bit. And then Friday we went home. We drank a lot at Lotta, and then Saturday, which was the march, I was like, I'm on stage 7:30, 6:30.
Yeah.
So I was just on my couch all day.
Yeah, that's the move. There's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people, and it's loud, and it's like, I want to be rested when I go on stage.
Yeah,
I can't do a full day of festival and then just go on stage. I wouldn't make it.
And you're doing 2 shows?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
It's you kind of get this if you're upstage too many times during an evening, and I do the same jokes more or less, and I do the same entries on the crowd work, but then I'm starting to get confused about is this the previous audience or is it this audience?
Yeah.
Where's the taxi driver? Are you here or are you with the guys that left?
Yeah.
And did I do this joke? Or did I not do this joke? And it's just, I don't like that feeling when I get too confused.
You got to stay crispy, stay tough.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So I imagine that would be way worse if I drank through the whole 2 shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet it would.
Yeah.
Shit. And you got any other shows lined up for the summer, or you get to?
I'm doing Bergen now next week. Friday, Saturday.
Ulebull.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And cool. And that's it for the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I have some in the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a roast next week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna do?
It's at the Humor Festival at Salt.
Yeah.
And it's called Engangsgrill with
Ahmed
Memel
Yeah.
and Gauta and Marius Torkelsen.
So are you all roasting each other?
I think so.
Yeah, that seems very fun.
Right?
Yeah.
So I've never done a roast before.
No.
So I think the idea is we're all on stage and then Inia James and then I
think you should do everyone.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Usually, or the ones I've seen mostly, there's one main guy that everyone roasts, but you still roast everyone.
Gotcha.
So this is probably just everyone roasting everyone.
Yeah, we don't have long either. It's 5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think there's 5 or 6 of us. So I guess I'll just do 2 or 3 jokes per person.
Yeah. The difficult thing is if they're not that famous, then the audience don't know them that well. So it's much easier to roast them on appearances or how they look.
I was thinking about that.
Or then you have to establish at least something.
You have to say something
just
about
say
them in the
you
premise.
are like this.
Yeah.
And then
But
then again you could say anything.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna I think I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna try to be as clever as I can.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to be crafty.
Yeah.
Because there's a competition as well.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you win an engangsgrill.
Yeah.
So
it seems cool.
I
would love to be here for the Salt Festival, but I'm leaving.
Yeah, you're going to Bergen.
I'm going to Bergen because I know that if I was here, then I would do the full, just see all the shows at Salt.
It's perfect venue in the summer.
Drink for.
Yeah. It's so nice, these festivals, when you get to hang out, you just see everybody.
Yeah.
You just go, oh, wow, how are you?
Yeah.
We're all sitting down here, and you look around, and you're like, oh, my God, look who I'm sitting with.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of people. Were you at the over Oslo?
No, I was in bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really nice. I didn't perform, but I got this backstage pass. So I was like in the backstage area. And it was just like, everyone was there. So it was just very fun. I had this Instagram story where I just tried to be the best fan in the world. I just took a selfie with everyone.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was
That's a lot of selfies.
Yeah, that's a lot of selfies.
Dude, it looked crazy. It looked crazy. It was so big. There were so many people.
Yeah. It's really cool that they managed to pull it through to get it up there.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
What was it, like 5,000-6,000?
I don't know the numbers at all.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
It was packed.
Yeah, it was packed.
Yeah, I think that must have been like either just after I got the operation or just before I was getting it or something like that. So there's no way I had a chance of making it. But I was watching everybody's stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
And, like, it just looked like such a cool venue.
But do you get like happy from watching all the stories, or do you get like FOMO and just...
I definitely get FOMO.
Yeah.
But I get happy as well.
Yeah.
Because, I got to see like a lot of my friends that were doing big shows, like people that are kind of, about the same amount of time in comedy as me.
Yeah.
When I saw Sivert Eimjellen performing, I was like, oh, fuck, that's awesome. That's really cool. And like, Snorter and guys like that.
Yeah.
So I get super happy for them.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I would love to be there.
You would love to be
and
there.
I would have been there.
Yeah.
So, but I just love that stuff like that exists.
Yeah. But hey, it's gonna probably be next year. So there'll be more chances.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And there's more festivals as well.
Yeah.
Like the one at Salt, that's twice a year.
Yeah.
And then there's the Deluxe Festival in August as well. Are you doing that?
No, I'm not performing because I don't know if I'm back, but hopefully I'll be back to Oslo and see it at least.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
I haven't planned my vacation. It's like I can take days off when I want, so maybe I'm there. But it's late August, isn't it? 24th, 25th? Yeah.
That's at the end of August, so you got time.
Might be back.
Yeah. So where are you going to go? Are you just going to be gone until the end of August?
I'm going to be mostly in Bergen. Yeah, probably. A bit at Namsos with my girlfriend.
Nice.
And then probably, Bergen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, everybody's in Oslo or in Norway this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so expensive to go anywhere else.
Nobody's leaving the country.
No one, man.
That's stupid. Don't leave the country.
Dude, the krona is in the toilet.
Yeah.
And then the flights are so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Like, normally, like, let's go to Spain or maybe go to Thailand or something.
Yeah.
But, like, nah, man.
Like, I feel horrible for those who have booked their holidays before the krone crashed. Like, so they bought something, Spain or Denmark or whatever.
Yeah.
At more or less normal prices, and they can't cancel their tickets. And then when they approach the holidays, they realize, oh, it's twice as much now.
Yeah.
So the whole living experience is gonna be horrible.
Dude, yeah.
Just stuck in a hotel somewhere.
I had to cancel a holiday.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go to St. Bart's, the Caribbean, in February, and I was like struggling with cash and everything so much more. Like I paid for the accommodation.
Yeah.
And it was a jiu-jitsu camp, so I had everything figured out with the camp.
Yeah.
But the flights was fucking it was almost 20,000 kroners for the flights.
Yeah.
They used to be like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
That's a lot.
And exactly. And my girlfriend was going to go with me as well. So then there's at least like 35K out the window for the household. And we'll probably spend another 15K there.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know what? I don't think I can justify this.
No.
So
it's way more fun to just be in Oslo.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost anything. Just a few fees for festivals, and beer is expensive, but then it's nothing compared to air tickets.
Nah. Dude, imagine all the fun that you could have for 15,000 kroner in Oslo compared to just getting on a plane somewhere.
It's crazy. So just stay put, have fun.
Dude, are you like noticing the financial situation, like with the increased costs? And
not very much, because I don't have like big expenses.
Yeah.
You know, I have a loan on my apartment, but it's not that much.
No, okay, but that's increasing probably with the interest
it's
rates
increasing,
and stuff,
yeah,
but not too much.
No, but I have a work and a stand up, so, and I'm only me, no child, no nothing,
no dog,
yeah,
no goldfish,
no nothing. So
wow.
So it's not very stressful. I had a car, but it was a lease, and I delivered it last August, and I haven't had a car since. So
yeah,
that was like, yeah, that's a lot of expenses just in relation to the car. So
the car is a lot.
That might be because I don't notice it that much.
Yeah,
you know, maybe I don't have a car, and that's the new economical situation.
Yeah, you're probably saving 2,500-3,000 kroner by not having a car every month.
Yeah,
with the insurance and the fucking bullbed, the parking and shit.
Yeah,
yeah. Damn.
So it's no, it's okay. Yeah.
Well, that's good, man. I'm so many of my friends are broke.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so many of them.
Yeah, it is very expensive.
I know 3 people that are selling their houses.
Wow.
One person is selling their house and 2 people are selling their apartments to get smaller apartments further outside the city.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah, that's
and
it's
these
starting to really make an impact.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. It's like, you know, it kind of just starts getting up a little bit. Oh yeah, no, we good. A little bit. Okay. All right. Maybe I gotta.
And they announced it's gonna be one more interest increase.
Yeah. Maybe it's a double. Dun dun dun. Yeah. You know,
it's gonna be interesting to see during the fall.
Yeah.
You know, now people also just got their holiday money.
Yeah. Everyone's happy.
So I'm thinking maybe from like September, October. I think we might really notice it more.
Yeah. Once the music stops.
Yeah. That's when the music stops. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you follow like macroeconomic like news and like the?
No, I'm not very good at those kind of things.
Yeah.
You know, but I've like a decent relationship with economics. My daddy was a banker. He's retired now.
Yeah.
So I kind of learned how to handle money, and like, but I don't understand macroeconomics and like the big society picture. But obviously, I can tell it's getting more expensive now, and people are struggling.
I don't think anybody really understands it.
No, it's because it is very complex.
It's so complex.
It's the percentage of how many are in work, and then it's the interest, and the kroner compared to other currencies. Like everything depends on everything. So it's very difficult to. I never understand if this happens, it's gonna affect this other stuff this or that way.
Yeah,
I never get that.
You know what I don't get? I don't get why so many countries are in debt. Like I don't get why America keeps borrowing money from China.
No.
Like apparently like isn't that weird?
It's
like apparently when they pay the interest back to China, they pay $2 billion of interest every day.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
And you know where they get that money from?
No.
They print it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it is really weird. But I've learned that like everyone thinks Norway is making most money on oil and fish. But I read somewhere we actually makes more money on the oil fund.
Oh yeah, the investing.
So yeah, and that's mostly put abroad.
Yeah. Which
is a risky thing, because our biggest like income of money is abroad. It's so the level of our income is depending on how well everyone else is doing it, not on how well we are doing it.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
So it's a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's good or bad.
I guess they keep making a shit ton of money though, right?
You should spread it out, I guess. So yeah.
I heard something crazy that the oil fund owns like 2 or 3% of all the stocks in the world.
It might be.
Like
I don't know. Yeah, but it's
crazy amount
but
of
then,
money.
Like Apple is 2 times as much.
Yeah. They hit that $3 trillion.
That's just a private company. It's like weird.
Have you seen those new Apple glasses?
I just saw this little. Yeah, I haven't read a lot about them, but they were quite expensive, weren't they?
This is 35,000 kroner.
Yeah,
it's $3,500.
And what did they do?
They basically, it's like a VR AR headset.
Yeah, but it's not a revolution as far as I could tell from the article. It was like, this isn't Apple's new thing because it's not new, and now it's not, we have VR and we have glasses. These are just fancy ones, and they can't do anything fundamentally new.
No.
So they argued that they were too expensive for what they gave, but I don't know. I'm not going to buy them.
I'm not going to buy them either.
No.
I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
I think it's stupid because, like, if you've worn VR, after a while, like, it gets hot and your eyes get sore. Yeah. Because no matter how expensive the goggles are, they're still only like 1 or 2 centimeters away from your fucking eyeballs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can scale them so that they appear big.
Yeah.
But the screen is still like right there.
I don't think it's not gonna be like for everyone until they could put it in your eye.
Yeah.
That you can get information about people and places and stuff, like if you want.
Yeah.
I think that will come, and that will probably be used by everyone. But like, there's some technologies that they just never work. Like the curved TV.
Yeah. Stupid.
Who wants a curved TV?
Such a nightmare on your wall.
Yeah, it's horrible. And I it's just one of those things.
Yeah. Yeah,
we don't want glasses like this size.
Dude, the video was so goofy as well because it also has a camera on the outside that you can film and take photos with.
Yeah.
And in the video there's this like kid having a birthday party and is about to blow out the cake, the candles on the cake, and there's dad just filming like with his big fucking goggles on. You know what I mean? Like there's this 4-year-old probably just going, I wish my dad would take those goggles off.
Yeah.
Like, that's his wish.
Yeah.
But how weird is that? Like, because people are pretty addicted to their phones as well.
Yeah.
Like, you have a kid, you go to a birthday party, and there's a lot of people filming everything.
Yeah.
And then, like, if everybody's kind of like got these goggles on, like your mum's wearing the goggles because she wants it, and your dad and your auntie and your cousins.
Yeah, I feel fairly confident we're not ever gonna get to that.
No.
Where everyone has goggles in their face.
No, I hope not.
No,
it's
one thing is to have the phone, but I think it's gonna go in your lens in your eye somewhere, and then it's gonna.
I got a question about the lens in your eye thing.
Yeah,
because isn't that even closer to your eye then? Like if you've got the goggles there with the VR screens, like that, you can kind of focus on that and see it. But can you focus on an image pressed right up against your eyeball, like on a contact lens?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I'm like, why do you ask me?
I don't know.
Yeah, no. But I think if they wanted to, they could make it. Yeah, it depends on how they print it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. Actually, it just reminded me. I one time in the Navy, I had this. I was drilling in metal, and it was fixing a table from below. So I was lying on the ground and drilling upwards to metal, and the metal got hot, and small pieces fell down to my eye.
Oh my god!
So this very very tiny piece of metal melted on my. Just on the pupil.
Fuck.
No, it's not called pupil. What is it called in English?
Oh, there is something called a pupil.
Is a student.
No, it's also a pupil in your eye.
It's a pupil in your eye?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. Just a little kid that you're
just
teaching him things all the time.
That is watching everything. Yeah, it's a stupid language.
It's so dumb.
Yeah. Either way, so I had to get it out. Went to the ER. Learned the language. Yeah. And then she was like, this was just at a small local legevakt far north because it was in the Navy. I was on a boat when I was doing it, and we had to go to the shore and to the ER. And she was like, okay, we are just gonna take it out. So I'm gonna what do you call it when you get a bedövelse?
Oh, like a local anesthetic? A needle?
A needle with anesthetic.
In the eye?
In the eye.
Oh my god.
And I was like, well, shouldn't we just fly to Universitetssykehuset, Ullevål, Haukeland, go to the big hospitals? We can't do this here. And she was like, no, this is nothing. This is just small anesthetic, and then I'm just gonna pick it out with a pencet. Tweezers. Huh. And it was horrible. So so the eye, when she put the needle in, like you couldn't blink. The eye was just like stupid, and I couldn't do anything with it. And I just saw the needle coming.
Oh my god!
It was horrible. And when she pressed the outer layer of the eye, it wobbles. Yeah. So you get that fish filter.
Oh,
it's kind of like press.
Damn.
But it was nothing. Then she just picked it out, and it was like horrible.
Wow.
But yeah, they can do that. So I guess they can put something with.
Did you have to wear an eye patch like
No.
a pirate or anything?
No.
You could see, no problem.
Could see, no problem.
So they just fucking picked it out. There you go, no problem.
Yeah.
A bit of melting steel in your eye,
Yeah.
you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Damn.
it was horrible.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe they can figure it out with the contact lens, and then like
based on this procedure that they can do. Obviously, we know this.
Yeah.
They can put anesthesia in your eye. So obviously they can make this little chip with all kinds of information readable.
Yeah.
I think they can though. I think they can in some time. Yeah. But it's probably expensive.
Okay. So right.
And I don't think it's gonna. What are we gonna use it for? I think it's just gonna be information. Like if you're looking at a restaurant, it's gonna pop up their TripAdvisor score and their menu or stuff like that. You could choose what you want to see.
Yeah.
I think it's that kind of stuff that will.
Yeah. Like if you're like on a date with a girl, or you just start talking to her.
Yeah.
And you start talking about music, and then you go into a profile and you find out her favorite bands.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, you know what? I really love Nirvana.
Or,
Me too.
Yeah. Or if that would be cool if the chip could like read facial expressions like
She's lying.
If you're an autist or you're just a normal
Yeah.
person, you don't read persons that well.
Yeah.
So it's telling you like, okay, she's bored.
She's
Or in a
horny.
job interview, you should say this, make this lie, say this, do this, and
compliment her.
Yeah.
Tell her she looks young.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get all these like prompts for how to change her micro expressions.
If you're paying like several $1,000s for a chip, which is really clever to help you on a date, and you end up with compliment her, then
I
you
want my money back.
spend all that money. Yeah. Compliment her. That's
Just
a good advice.
Tell her she's pretty.
Yeah.
You look hot.
Yeah. Should just give you a note with that in the store when
Yeah.
you buy it. No, you don't need it. Just use this.
Yeah.
Here's 10 good advice.
You got this, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, I heard this story about this guy who was going onto Tinder and pretending to be like girls or guys, and he owned a bar or a coffee shop or something.
Yeah.
And then he would set dates up with people, tell them to meet at his restaurant.
Wow.
And then like go up and serve them, and then they would say, "Oh no, I'm just waiting for somebody." And then he'd go, he'd get onto he'd text them and say, he'd get onto their Tinder and go, I'm be there in 10 minutes. You should get the coffee and the cakes. They're really good. Get one for me.
Yeah.
And then she would order from the dude, and then nobody would come, and he was doing that with like 10 people every day.
That's hard. That's like social racketeering. That can't be legal.
No, I don't think it's legal.
No.
I don't think it's legal at all.
No.
So he was just setting up blind dates.
Because you're creating this, you're creating a need that you're able to provide.
Yeah.
I read about this bike shop that had like nails and metal, pieces of metal outside that they just put out every morning. So every bicycle had a flat tire just right outside. And they always had a big sale on tires. And it's the same thing.
That's fucked
It's
up.
racketeering.
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
Yeah,
Very,
yeah.
very illegal.
Was that in Norway?
I don't know. It's a long time since I heard about it.
Yeah. That doesn't seem like you should be able to get away with that.
Shouldn't do it.
Yeah, people do though.
Yeah, they do.
You know, like glass companies smashing windows
Yeah.
or fucking whatever.
Yeah.
So the classic is the people that like do all the insurance scams.
Yeah.
I got a friend of mine that works. He's in America.
But that's like private persons.
Yeah, or companies.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think it's weird about like when you're a big company and you're doing like a big scam.
Yeah.
Like the Volkswagen, the diesel gate, or whatever they call it. That's a big.
That's crazy.
It's a big risk to take.
It's huge.
Like we're just gonna fool everyone.
Just
lie.
for years.
Yeah.
I think they got away with it for like 10 years or something.
It's just amazing.
And apparently, like, it was also the system that detected the emissions that they installed was rigged so that you couldn't detect it.
No.
So I think the way they got busted was there was an independent university student who took it apart and then had to measure it with his own system because their system was so hacked and designed that it always was going to give false outputs.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that?
That's horrible.
You can't trust that, man.
No.
That's a big company too.
So then, that in mind, would you buy like this chip in your eye? Like, what does it do? We don't know.
Nah.
We don't know anything.
I'll wait for like the third or fourth generation to come out.
Yeah.
I think so. It's a little bit too Black Mirror, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know, man. I'm kind of like, on the one hand, I'm like pretty excited about the direction that things are moving towards, but on the other side, there's like a strong part of me that's like kind of like really yearning, like pining for like this authentic older way of life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I'm too connected with digital appliances and like this online life, I almost feel like, I need to take a shower in the forest or something.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I kind of also like that old-fashioned way and like being in the nature. But I'm not very worried. I'm not like 100% technology optimist, thinking it's gonna solve everything. But I think like the humanity, we solve problems and then we create new ones, and it goes along. It's evolving all the time, and mostly for the better. But obviously, we create problems all the time.
Yeah,
and then we have to fix those. But I'm not really worried. No. I don't think technology is going to kill us.
You're pretty involved in technology.
A bit, yeah.
Yeah. You work with security.
I work with security at a big company, insurance company, actually. Yeah. So I'm like partly responsible for the overall security, which is physical and vendor security and security culture awareness training, but also just the rules of how should our computers and databases be set up and configured, and rules for managing all the information, more or less. Yeah. So
your job exists because there are threats towards companies and people.
Yes, and because technology is very often developed very quickly. And with lots of flaws and vulnerabilities. It's just differs that way from a lot of other stuff. Like if Microsoft releases a product, then they patch it also 2 times a week. They have to fix it, even though it's released and it's sold.
Yeah.
You know, you get updates on your Apple phone. It has to be fixed because there are new vulnerabilities, and also because it's produced with it's not very, very well produced. They have to fix the code that they've already let out, kind of.
Yeah.
Which it wouldn't be that like if it was if you were building constructions like a bridge.
Yeah.
You couldn't build a bridge, deliver it, sell it, and then say, hey, we got to fix it though 2 times a week.
Yeah. So technology constantly requires those updates and patches.
Yeah, because it's developed in a very much more rapidly moving environment. Everything is evolving very quickly.
Yeah.
And so the products are getting old as soon as they are in the shops.
Wow.
And then new products come out, and you're using it together, like compatibility.
Yeah.
Like same with your headphones and your phone, like Bluetooth, it goes up 2, 3, 4, 5, and so new stuff, new protocols, new everything comes along in the software domain all the time.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't mix or match that well.
Yeah.
So you have to keep making these small, like plugins, or I don't know the word, adapters, like kind of software adapters to make things fit.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a lot of error because it's produced very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess there's always a lot of like room for people to manipulate the software if they haven't got a lot of time.
Yeah.
The developers to like red team everything and make sure that they can.
And it's usually fairly easy. You don't need to be very technical to steal software, for example. Like it's not that long ago where you downloaded music.
Yeah.
And there are still lots of people just, if they need anything of Microsoft Office, the Office package, or Netflix or music, they just download, steal. It's more easy to steal software. So it's a fascinating world, kind of how the digital sphere is working.
Yeah,
but so we're working when you're working with security in a big company, we just make like these best practice rules, methodology, and routines, and just how to configure, how to set everything up, so that it's more secure.
Is anybody in your company allowed to use TikTok?
Yes, they're allowed to use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because it was a problem for like the government and NRK and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, like, what's this threat there?
The TikTok is that's an interesting case. The big thing, the security issue mostly is that it's a Chinese-owned company behind it, and the Chinese what's it called, Intelligence Act, are very like if you're a Chinese company, you have to deliver everything to the government if they ask for it.
Okay.
So the thing is, everything that TikTok collects could potentially be used by the Chinese government, which is why you don't want like state profiles like NRK or people at our government, which is very state-like, and they might have secrets. Then we don't want that to be brought to the Chinese government. But
I always thought it was weird with NRK. Like, I understand it was like
just
the defense
that would
ministry.
probably just be because they're like the national broadcaster.
Yeah.
So they're probably under the Security Act, Norwegian Security Act, for some reason. Like they're the national broadcaster.
Who is Fantarangen?
Who? Yeah, we need to know where Fantarangen is at all times.
Yeah, he was in James Bond.
Yeah. But you know, at the same time, people don't have secrets like that. Like state secrets are not on people's phone, even the Secretary of Justice or.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's really a big security issue. What I think it's a better argument is that TikTok is accused by several countries for violating children's GDPR rights. They target childs all the time with marketing stuff in a fashion that is illegal in Norway. So it's just bad. It's just a bad culture.
Yeah.
Like it's a bit weird that ministers in Norway are using that app, because then they're kind of giving legitimacy to an app that is very not well with children and how they market stuff.
Do you have TikTok?
I don't have, but I don't mind it. I've thought about getting it just to promote stand up. Yeah. But I haven't got my head around. Yeah.
No. Yeah. Feels a bit dirty.
It is a bit dirty. But of course, so are the other apps.
Yeah.
You know, Instagram, Facebook, they all gather way more than they state, probably. And it's a high chance that they gather more than they say and more than they are allowed to.
Yeah.
But with TikTok, we kind of know they do.
Yeah.
Because they've been busted on it, and they have that legislative relationship with their government.
Yeah.
So we are more suspicious of them than of the Americans.
Yeah.
But technically it's the same. It's not like TikTok is more insecure technically than Instagram. It's just it's produced by more of an enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw another thing, and I don't know whether you know anything about this, but it was about using Wi-Fi to find out people's positions in a room.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? With the Wi-Fi?
I think you could do that with the use of AI.
Yeah, okay.
Because if you use sensors to measure the signals, you know, there's going to be wireless signals all over us at all times. And when we move our phones, the measurements are going to show it how the signal is moving.
Yeah.
So if you train AI to see, like if you first show them how we move with camera, so they can see where we are, and then cross-reference that with how the signals move, then they also could just take our physical position, the picture out of the picture. And then they would be left with, okay, if the signal is here, then he's probably standing here. Yeah. And if he's holding the phone like that, he's looking at it. If it's like that, it's in a pocket. And So
I thought that was pretty creepy. That like a Wi-Fi could detect targets in a room, for example, or like find out where people are sitting. But
there's a lot that's possible to be done with signals and like electricity and network signals, audio signals. There's just a lot of frequencies everywhere all the time, and you can of course measure it. But it's expensive usually. It's quite delicate technology. So but it's a lot of stuff that could be done with AI that we don't know yet, and I find that interesting. You know, I wonder what it's going to be. Yeah. How we're going to use it.
Isn't like AI? Are you like you're not you're optimistic.
I'm optimistic
about the future of technology, including quantum computing and AI.
Yeah, but it's obviously it's gonna be, and we're gonna have new issues.
Yeah,
like passwords, for example, they're not gonna last during quantum computers
because they can just try everything at once.
Yeah, they're just so much more powerful.
Yeah,
like a password today, let's say it takes like 2 billion years to crack a password, then we can do it in a nanosecond. So
that's crazy.
So all passwords, like password, it's not gonna work. We need some other ways of doing it.
Yeah.
And now we're started more with like facial ID, fingerprint. So we've tried some biometric methods, and they work. But then you have AI. They could produce a pretty good image of your face. So we would probably combine, some facial stuff with temperature and fingerprint, and it's the same as like criminals and police. When they wear a gun, then you wear a gun, and it just goes up the ladder.
Like an arms race.
Kind of an arms race, yeah.
Wow.
But it gets better. The technology is very good, and I think it's gonna solve a lot of stuff. Yeah. But it's gonna be issues. A lot of issues.
I guess the concern is like if you have a quantum computer, and like a really powerful AI that falls into the hands of a bad actor, then it's like, okay, they can probably cause some damage.
Yeah, I think definitely they can.
Yeah.
But I think you're just gonna have to, like, imagine if you. I don't know if it's a good comparison, because I was thinking like, okay, let's go 50 years back, and then you got this phone, but then you wouldn't be able to use it anyway.
No.
So it's not a good comparison. But I guess when they release this stuff to the common man, they would do it. They would have implemented security measures to it, to a sufficient level, of some sort. But it's going to be exciting. I'm not like it's going to be perfect. It's going to be very good. But I think it's good. But I think it's going to raise a lot of issues as well.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have to fix those.
Yeah, that's the thing that like I go, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I kind of wait and see.
I'm kind of like, I'm not like, I still, feel like I want to have a diesel truck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of having just some fucking electric car.
Yeah, I still feel I would like I wouldn't buy a Chinese car.
No way, right?
I kind of.
So many electric Chinese cars that are on the market now.
Yeah. And
you don't want that.
No, I don't want that.
Because they're tracking everything, and there's cameras inside the car, and they're listening.
Imagine they do.
Yeah.
So it's that's a bit uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I mean,
but still, the like a diesel truck or a gasoline truck, if it's a new model, it's gonna have the same amount of surveillance.
Yeah, you can't get a new model, really, bro.
Yeah, no.
You need to get something like
70, 75.
With no power steering, just a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Dude,
then it won't get stolen.
No, it's not gonna get. But I that's what I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like an old Land Cruiser or something like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any electronic parts. There's no computer.
No.
You probably you heard about the Michael Hastings thing and
no,
the car. He was like this. He was this dude that worked for Rolling Stone magazine, and then he ended up writing an article that got a top general fired.
Yeah.
And then he kept on saying, "They're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me." And then like a week later, he ended up dying because his car flew off the road.
Wow.
At like 170 miles an hour or something.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, but they can't hack into cars. And then they had like a hackathon.
Yeah.
And like all these nerds, they're like, yeah, no, we can hack it.
Yeah.
And if we can do it, you know that they can do it.
I saw this, I think it was in Top Gear or some kind of stuff. I don't remember. But it was like Mercedes had this brand new car and with the newest alarm and key system. So this is bulletproof. No one is ever going to get into this computer. So they parked it in this really shabby area, and just to see, like, give it a real test. And it was like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like people came up with computers and laptops and connected, and just it's off.
Yeah.
Like nothing. So that's
the most advanced Mercedes.
Yeah. It's not that advanced.
No, I see these like ads and things from like all these videos about like capturing people's car signature fobs.
The frequency from the key. Yeah.
They just record the key frequency and then, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And then they can just open cars.
Yeah. It seems like magic, but that's the thing with technology. It's not magic. It's just signals.
Yeah. Right.
It's really zeros and ones, and you just have to know what kind of protocol they used and how they made it, and then you can do it.
Yeah. It's like, remember when people would swipe cards?
Yeah.
Oh, that you put your card into an ATM and they'd scan it or something like that. And like, oh yeah, no, we've got your info now.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw this really interesting thing. It was, maybe you heard of it. It was this guy that has a smart home.
Yeah.
And he has everything connected up to like Alexa or something like that.
Clever.
Yeah. And then he got home and then like nothing worked. He couldn't get in. And then I think he got in like with a key or through a window or something.
Yeah.
And like everything was shut down. Like he couldn't access anything. And then he called Amazon. I think it was Amazon. And they said, yeah, no, we've locked you out of our service because a delivery driver came to deliver a package and he heard like a racial slur coming from your house, coming from you. He said something racist to him.
Wow.
So we've shut you out of the whole house. We've shut you out of everything. You're not a customer anymore.
Wow.
Yeah. And then he goes, well, what time was it? They go, 6 o'clock. He goes, I wasn't even here at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then he ended up getting everything and sending it to them. And it took days for them to get back to him. And then they just, okay. And then they just turned it on.
Yeah.
Like no explanation.
Yeah.
No apology, nothing.
Yeah.
So like, it seems like when you have like all of these corporations and, you know, too much trust in this smart system and things just fucking go wrong.
Yeah, it does.
And you got a bunch of people that think you're an asshole or your political ideology might be different to theirs. And it's go, you know what? No, not you, bro. You get locked out of your own house.
Yeah. It's difficult. It's a complex thing.
Yeah.
You know, how much should we trust technology? And like in my house, I wouldn't like anything to be automated and like connected to this hub that knows everything. That seems a bit like scary to me. Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
What about an Alexa?
I don't have one. I don't like the idea of because I think it's like a microphone.
They're listening.
But still, it could be that on the phone as well. You know, so it's not a very good argument.
No, but I think like I think that.
But I don't need an Alexa. Like, what's it gonna do?
Did I go to people's houses and when the Alexa's there and shit like that, and they just go, "Hey Alexa, play Britney Spears."
Yeah,
I'm like, you could have just done that.
And I think and it's not that convenient.
No,
like compared to pressing your phone or the remote. And I'm not impressed at all.
No.
Why does people like look at this? Hey, Alexa.
You know what I think it is?
This is 10 years old. I don't think it's.
I think it's like having a slave.
I'm not impressed.
It's like having a slave. Alexa!
Yeah.
Bring out the cheese and crackers.
Kind of make themselves feel better.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. And then they probably haven't even changed the default password on the router.
No.
So
but you know, like all that shit, like I can't remember who it was. My girlfriend said, "Oh, my friend has this like electric vacuum cleaner, this Roomba.
Yeah.
Do you want it?" I don't fucking want that because I read like a couple of months ago it was sending photos of kids on the toilet to to the company or ended up online or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's like all these things that you put inside of your house, like your most private home. They've all got sensors in them sending information to these companies.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's very private. And we put cameras on everything now. Like the doorbell, on the vacuum cleaner, probably coffee machine. It tells when you get home and then the coffee's ready and the vacuum cleaner stops and like, but it's sensors and cameras and it's like, it's not that I don't trust the companies that much. It just feels it's uncomfortable. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't think they're interested in me, but still, what they are interested in is just the mass data, like the generated from all the households. Then they can use that data, and that is information that is yours that they make money off. And I don't like that idea.
No,
kind of.
It's kind of
which is the same with phones and Google Maps and.
Yeah, but I feel like the phones you can't get away from them. Like I try not to use my phone, and I'll leave my phone at home. Okay, so I drive somewhere to go to the bakery and have a coffee on a Sunday morning, get a croissant, and I can't fucking pay for the parking.
No,
you can't. I can't fucking. Can't. There's no. Where's the automat? I don't know. Where, it's all the way over there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll drive. You know, it's
you don't
so
have
inconvenient.
Any coins. Yeah.
It's so inconvenient.
You have to have your phone. Definitely.
Right, and that's the thing that there's a few places where you don't need to have it if you have whatever.
Yeah.
But like even on the bus, I don't even know where you can buy tickets from Narvesen anymore or anything.
No.
Like I used to be able to, hey, get me this clip a cart or, go in, meh.
Yeah.
Now it's all...
No, you're hopeless without a phone.
You're fucked.
I don't know. You can't have anything then.
Nothing.
If you don't have a phone, you can't have a car or an apartment. You just have to be on the street.
Yeah,
That's
you're
how.
basically homeless.
Yeah.
If you're phoneless, you're homeless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. More or less.
Yeah.
Or you have to live like at a farm far away.
That's the other move, man.
Yeah,
That's the romantic part of me as well.
Yeah.
Get us, what do you call
Get
them?
some cows.
Small bruk.
Yeah, small bruk.
You know, like a small farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you
And
said, man.
produce your own shit.
Get some chickens,
Yeah,
get
yeah.
some farm, get
Yeah.
real good at fermenting pickles.
Yeah.
So hang some fish, dry it out.
It seems like I think I could have enjoyed that for a year maybe. It would have been fun to try, but I don't want to live that way. No.
I don't want to. You know, the thing is, like, and now I've been injured for 5 weeks, something like that, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking boring, man.
Yeah.
It's so fucking boring
Yeah.
because, like, I could not move at all.
No.
And until I got the operation, I was not allowed to put any weight on the knee.
Yeah, it's
at
just lie
all.
down. Lie down.
Just lie down, use the crutches, but helst, preferably don't move.
Yeah.
And then after the operation as well, they go, oh no, first week, don't do anything, man.
Yeah.
And then gradually.
Yeah, that's horrible.
And what I've come to understand is that, like, people, we need to have a purpose.
Yeah.
You need
definitely.
to have a mission, and, like, during the day, you need to work, train, socialize, but you need to have a goal.
Yeah.
And the goal can't just be, I'm just going to let my knee heal.
No.
It's very inactive.
Yeah.
It's very passive.
Yeah.
And, like, I start experiencing depression.
Yeah.
And I start experiencing, like, this feeling of uselessness.
Yeah.
Because I'm not creating anything. I'm not actively doing anything. So you just have to channel your time towards doing something.
Yeah.
And if I had to channel my time towards, you know, like harvesting the wheat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Milking the cow.
That's the thing. If you're at a farm or like a small bruk, then you would be busy.
Yeah,
all
always,
the time.
all the time.
By surviving.
Yeah.
Like, and that would be, I think that would be kind of cool.
Yeah. But is that what you want to dedicate? Like, it'd be, like you said, it's okay for a year.
Yeah, could be.
But like, you're probably like at this point where you're like, you know what? I like, you know, you probably solve like complex issues.
Yeah.
Regularly as a part of your job, and you know, doing comedy, you're always calculating and creating, and it's a very mentally engaging job. Might not be that physical. Yeah. But with the farm, it's very physical, probably mentally engaging, but not the same.
I really like that. You know, that like that. I think in Norway we call it hodeløst, or just like headless, brainless. Yeah. You don't have to think. Yeah. Like chopping wood. Yeah. Could chop wood for 8 hours. Yeah. That's a almost healing, not healing, but recovering process. It's I think that's enjoyable. It's
therapeutic.
Therapeutic. That's the word. That's nice to do.
Dude, and your back would look like fucking Wolverines.
Yeah, yeah.
You know how shredded your back. Yeah. You'd have wings.
It's gonna
like
be good
angel.
For your physical and mental health.
Yeah,
no question.
And that's what that's the thing that fucks me up with the digital world is that it's not good for our mental health or our physical health.
No,
because like all of these tasks that we just talked about, like on the farm, they're all physical and mentally connected in a way. Yeah. But when you're just sitting in front of a computer, or if I'm editing, I'm in a bad position often. I'm hunched over. I'm sitting down. I'm staring at a screen. I'm like bathing in blue light from the screen. Yeah. It's not healthy.
No, but I think that's the thing. Like, how do you use technology? I think it could be very healthy and very good. Like a lot of articles and new stuff and like literature on subjects are available. Internet is good. You could just find anything. You could do research. You could like do research, be a researcher, which is a productive thing where you do something actively. It's hard work. But you could also just browse reels on Instagram, and that would be a bad use of it. Then you wouldn't benefit. Yeah. That's going to drain your brain.
It's easier to do that.
Yeah. So, but that's the same as in the natural world, you know, like hard labor and doing hard work is better. We all like to be challenged and do stuff, produce stuff. That's always better than taking the easy option of just, I'm not going to milk the cow. I'm just going to lie here in the sun. Yeah. Which is the same as scrolling Instagram. And that's a bad use. But you could be like, if you're an influencer and you have this goal of, I'm going to reach 10,000 followers, I'm going to produce all this content, and I'm going to do do that using these and these methods, and I'm gonna learn taking movie shots this way and editing, edit. Oh, fuck.
Come on, you can do this, bro. I believe in you.
It.
Say it again.
I got into a rant and I talk too fast.
Yeah. Keep going.
Or editing audio.
There you go.
Yeah. So you learn all that stuff. That's a productive way. I think that could be good.
Yeah.
But if at the same time you're scrolling like 5 hours a day, it's not good. Yeah. So it's how you use technology.
Yeah. I think
and so the technology it's not a revolution in like how it affects humans. We've had that all along. Like you could be a productive person. You could take like active steps and do challenging stuff. And you can do that with or without technology. Or you could just be a lazy guy doing nothing. And you can do that using technology or not. That's kind of how I see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to be lazy if you're born in the 21st century or the 1500s.
I
mean,
more or less. But then maybe
there were people that were lazy 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But there's obviously a lot of people that didn't do well in school, didn't do this and that, and didn't fit for how society maybe was 20, 30 years ago, and then just stroke very lucky on Instagram or something.
Yeah. The thing that like I kind of noticed in my own life as well when I'm like editing and things like that and working with cameras and video and stuff like that is that like I will be in front of a screen editing for 6-7 hours a day, and then I'll fucking be on my phone, and then I'll like watch TV.
Yeah.
So like the amount of accumulated screen time working with screens during the day plus screens in the evening, it kind of like builds up.
Yeah.
And I'm still like, before the injury, like I'm training and I'm not that much at screens all the time, but I'm watching an episode of something with my girlfriend in the evening.
Yeah.
Or, like I'm fucking scrolling for a couple hours on my phone every day.
Yeah.
So kind of I feel like it catches up with me. I got to be real disciplined.
Do you feel like screens are unhealthy?
Yeah, I think so, man. I feel like it. I think that like just focusing on something so close to your face and all that blue light. Yeah. And it's really addictive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it is something about it affects your sleep maybe a bit. For shouldn't do it when you're
and your posture.
Yeah.
And I feel like I gotta see what my hands are like your postures are. My posture suffers when I'm spending more. And I talk to friends who are chiropractors or physiotherapists, and they all have they say hang neck, whatever they call it. This neck that people are looking.
We all just look down all the time.
Me too. So, I just feel like the entertainment or the connection that we get through screens, plus the work that we do through screens, it's too much screens.
Yeah, it's. I would agree. It's too much screens and too much sitting.
There you go.
Probably
Bingo.
Mostly. It's a lot of sitting.
Yeah,
I'm sitting all the time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you should walk more.
Yeah. I mean, I walk. I got a dog, and I'll walk down to work and stuff like that. But it's like, I don't feel like it balances it out. It's a 30-minute walk each way, and I'm out with the dog 40 minutes, whatever the fuck it is.
It's very easy to watch 8 hours of screen. It's not easy to walk 8 hours a day.
Do people like that? People look at a screen 8 hours a day every day.
Yeah.
That's so many people's jobs is to work on a screen every day.
Yeah.
That's most jobs.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is very crazy, but maybe that's going to change now. The Industrial Revolution, that's changed, like the factory workers, like they were obsolete. It was not too needed with them because of the machines and the factories. And now we have AI. And I think that revelation is going to be more at the office workers. Everyone that writing text, doing Excel, lawyers, like there might be a big change in the job market. How many are employed in that part of the working staff?
I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think so.
So that's going to be interesting to see.
I think so. I think it's going to probably start with like easy jobs.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I think like if you're creating
cashier
content, writing stuff, like the new like ChatGPT, the language models, they're very good at just producing stuff.
Yeah.
Like content, and that's people's jobs. Yeah. There's a lot of people work with that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
How is that going to turn out?
I don't know either. But I think like they're gonna start with like the trucks.
Yeah, cars.
Yeah. I think the transport.
Yeah.
I think
they've already started a bit, haven't they?
Yeah.
Is there drivers on all public transportation, like trains?
Dude, there
still is. There is mostly. Yeah.
They had a couple of these small test projects.
Yeah.
Remember, I think they had one in Stavanger. This bus that just went around.
And they did have one at the Fastningen as well, I think.
It was so stupid.
Did
you see that? It's like 8-person little red fucking postman Pat thing.
Yeah.
But that was stupid and goofy. But Uber are losing $400 million every year.
Yeah.
Just because they're waiting for the AI revolution so that they can get rid of all the drivers.
Yeah.
And then once they manage to figure that out with self-driving Teslas or whatever the fuck it is, then everyone's just taking Ubers. And you see the direction that like the cars in Oslo are going.
Yeah.
You know, you sold your car. They took out all the parking on this street to put in benches and things.
Yeah.
So many people in Oslo that are like 18, 19, 20, they're not getting their license.
No.
They're like, what's the point?
Yeah.
You don't want us to have cars. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Okay. And maybe, we get the self-driving car service to just pick us up.
More like a fleet of cars. Like the public transportation is just going to be smaller.
Yeah. Like one car per 10 people or whatever it is. Or whatever the fuck
5 to 10 persons and just all automated and going around.
But that small bus thing that you were talking about by the Festning, by the fortress, that was a part of like a test project to also see whether they can use that bus to like take people who live in Sagene to work at Aker Brygge. Yeah. You know what I mean? To see if, okay, we can do some carpooling thing. Okay, you guys we'll pick you up at 4:00 and drive you back home. Yeah. So that's part of the design as well. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think you have self-driving cars in Vegas already, like taxis. Yeah. So it seems like, okay, we're going to like start moving towards this transportation sector. You're already seeing, not AI, but at least like automation happening in supermarkets, at McDonald's, at restaurants, just scanning things. People are just bringing up, like it's starting to replace people at that lower level, and it's just going to move up.
It's changed very much the last 5 years.
So much.
Like, if you go back now, then I think you would notice a real big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you don't need to talk to persons. You buy tickets in your app. You order usually with the QR code, and in the daily shop, grocery store. Don't need to meet anyone.
Yeah, there's a store in Fornebu that I went to. Yeah. I don't know whether you've seen this. It's a co-op. It's open 24 hours and nobody works there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
heard about those.
You just need an app to get in. Yeah. The people that work there, I think they just stock the shelves or whatever. Yeah. So all of this, like it's like you said, if you went back 5 years, you would not see any of these self-checkout. Every McDonald's would have a cashier. Yeah. Like it just happens. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you go, where'd the taxi drivers go? Yeah. What are they doing now?
But it's going to be like the last 5 years. It's going to be like gradually. Yeah. So we're going to adapt and it's going to be fine. Yeah. I think. Yeah.
Have you seen those Elon Musk robots? I think he calls them the Optimus robots.
I'm not. No, maybe not.
Dude, he's designing like these like.
Are they like looking like a person?
I'll show
like
you.
A dog?
No, they look like a person. I'll show you just to make sure I don't fucking say the wrong thing. But I think these I think is it Tesla robots? Yeah. Yeah, man, they look crazy, dude. And if anybody's gonna do it, like he is. Yeah. Look at these fucking things, dude. Look at that fucking. Let's check out those images.
Yeah, that's spooky.
Yeah. And those are designed to do warehouse jobs. Yeah. Whether it's like, okay, go to, aisle 7.
But that's also like, if you're creating a robot, would you make it look like a human? Why would you? Kind of like if it's supposed to do this specific one task, like taking in and out of aisles at a factory or warehouse. Yeah. Then I would design it like a truck,
like not an octopus.
What's it called? Like
to just move that a bit close to your face.
A truck, like not in Norway we say truck, but in UK that's lastebil, but like the forklift.
A forklift.
Yeah. I would design it like a forklift. Yeah. If it was to work in a warehouse, I wouldn't design it like a human. No, so why do you? Like I'm thinking, if you're creating a robot and a robot looks like a person, then I imagine that's a robot that's used to interact with persons.
Yeah, Maybe, right?
Like you shouldn't.
Or it's designed to work on assembly lines or in factories where people used to work. And you're
it's going to exchange.
man.
It's going to replace a human. Yeah.
You don't need these human hands. You have these robot
But then
hands.
you should change the site where you took the humans out and just make it not fitted towards humans, but towards the new robot.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But I think his plan with this is like they're going to put these in factories. Yeah. All around the world. Oh, you work at the
weird.
You're a fish factory, whatever the fuck it is. Just program it to do that, and no problem.
It's a funny thought though to create robots to do old-fashioned labor, like create a robot and then put it into a robot.
You got this.
What's it called?
A rowboat.
Rowboat.
Yeah.
A rowboat. Yeah, because it's a W.
It's very close to robot.
Robot. You put a robot in a rowboat and you put it out to the ocean and give it a fishing stick.
Line. Fishing rod. Yeah.
And then it sits there fishing.
Yeah.
That's a fun idea.
Yeah.
Like
I want that job.
Yeah.
Fuck that robot.
Yeah. Yeah. And the robot comes home from work like it's therapeutic. It's very good
like
work.
That robot is just zenned out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's enjoying his life.
Stretch out by the fire.
It's got a very good posture, that robot.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Here is your fish for the day.
Yeah.
Do you want a blowjob? I'll take a blowjob.
Maybe Musk is producing like Friends. Like it's just robot friends.
Well, he definitely thinks that the population is going to decline, right?
Yeah.
That's his thing.
Yeah.
He thinks that like we need to repopulate the world and maybe this is the way to do it.
Yeah.
I looked into that, by the way.
I'm not so sure.
No, I don't think this is a good solution. But I looked at the population of Korea. Now it's like 51 million people.
Yeah.
In like the year 2300, at this rate, it's going to be like, I don't know, fucking less than 16 million or something.
Wow.
Yeah, people aren't fucking, man.
No.
Asian people aren't fucking.
But isn't this also like a cyclic thing? It's going to go up and down.
Probably.
We're going to reach a level and then it's going to drop. And
probably.
I'm not too concerned about anything.
That's good. I like that about you.
Just like this life is free. Just tag along, see what happens. At some point it's going to end.
Yeah.
It's no worries.
Dude, I think that's a good way to end the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
At some point it's going to end.
Yeah.
That point's now.
Yeah. Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks, man. I really enjoyed talking to you. It was good hanging out.
Very fun. Very fun.
All right. See you later, ladies and gentlemen. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.